Today I want to go over some modeling ideas for your model railroad layout. Things like bridges, steel truss bridges, girder bridges, anything spanning water or land. Look really nice. You can have concrete pillars. You can have them spanning great large distance valleys or over roads and rivers at the same time, peeking over little creeks coming out of the trees. You can also span large flat land between two valleys with them. Steel's great structures because you can curve them. You can put them over long distance stretches such as a town, over roads, and if you put them over towns, you can leave your town on a flat surface and run a viaduct across it like this one. Have it peeking out of a tree, you can barely see it on your model. That's a little hiking path under that one. You can have concrete supported by steel structures. The list goes on and on when you talk about bridges. But by far my favorite is sandstone style structures. They're so old, they stood the test of times. You can use them as sandstone pillars holding up steel bridges, such as these examples. But stone arches are really nice. This one, people are using them as carports, so that'd be kind of neat on your model railroad layout. This one's spanning another flat town, and the next one goes into a steel girder, so you can see how it transitions. Sandstone is just great. Here's a good example of some sandstone work. This used to be a viaduct on 23 that ran over the railroad tracks. A lot of it's since been replaced with new structure. But this gives you a good idea on some things you can model for sandstone work. You can see as it crossed the railroad, you can see where it continued. But this modern structure here, I don't know when it was actually put in. But it gives you some good modeling ideas for sure. Another idea for modeling, any kind of silo. You can find gravel places, grain places. Silos make great siding opportunities on your layout. This is the CSX yard off Parsons Avenue in Columbus, Ohio. The remnants of an old roundhouse. They still use it for parking their equipment. Can't get no closer, but another modeling idea. Here's another modeling idea for maybe drainage going under a road, small culvert, a little bit of flowing water coming out of the bushes where you wouldn't have to see the entire stream or creek. Be a quick little feature on your layout. Another great idea for your model could be a street runner, where it comes out of the wilderness and finds a town and starts heading right down the street, right through town. I think that would look great on a model. Another couple track ideas, retaining walls. To the right of this photo you can see a small example of one, or you can do a large one. There's many different types of retaining walls you can do. And also cuts. You can do a small cut like this, or a very large cut that needs a retaining wall. Next, we want to talk about weathering. Newer painted engines. You can have older engines, but they're newly painted, or they're just newer engines. They can just be dirty. Not really old. So you need to find something really old and rusty. These trucks on this car here is rusty, or really rusty. This old covered hopper right here has seen better days. You can see the rust. You can actually weather these cars. And then you go out and find yourself an old train's been sitting around. You can see this one has been around a while, used for switching operations. Catch the details, coming off the top. You know, the handrails are well used, well grabbed, used many years. See the rust around the headlights, the rust on the plow, the rusting of the yellow paint. It goes on, but if you find a good one, get some good photos of it, and you got some great ideas for sitting down, weathering your rolling stock, your engines. You can see the grease around the bearings, see how the paint is wore off the fuel tank. The list goes on, but if you can go out and find you some good cars and engines sitting around, you'll get some great ideas for weathering your models. They'll look great on your layout. And lastly, let's not forget about tunnels, signs, signals. You can find too many types to list. Structures, you know, houses, switching, booths, wells, it doesn't matter. Just any kind of side structure. And lastly, don't forget about your trackside debris. Too much of that too. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification for my next great videos to come. Thank you.